I'll edit too.
Hi.
Hi, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Thank you, Miss LeCroy.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to ask you was, how do you think it went?
I think that it definitely could use a lot of improvement.
Okay.
And I think that it seemed kind of boring.
Okay.
And I think it seemed kind of drawn out.
Okay.
But I do think that there were some good things too.
Okay, so what were some of the good things? Tell me.
Okay.
Just tell me like one thing, because we'll go through these questions and it'll kind of help us get a goal and some ideas. But just to start out fun, what were some things that you thought? One thing.
One thing. I thought that I did a good job of praising them and like complimenting them as they go.
I would agree. You rocked it. You were praising them. They felt engaged. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm just going to ask you these 10 questions, and it'll kind of help us gauge what you thought and let you think a little bit deeper, and then we'll come up with a goal and a focus, and we'll be ready to move on. Okay. So the first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst lesson you've ever taught and 10 being the best, how would you rank this lesson?
1 being like a 5.
Okay, so like a 5.
Yeah.
Awesome. So middle of the road.
Middle of the road.
Perfect. Now, what pleased you about this lesson? Now, I know you said complimenting. You did a really good job with that. But
yes.
What else pleased you about this lesson?
I think that they followed instructions well.
Okay.
And I think most of the class stayed on task.
Okay, so most. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome job. Okay, what would you have changed about the lesson, or what would you have to change in order to move it closer to a 10?
I think I could have made it more engaging, or more, maybe more fun, or not as dry, because it was phonics, and as first graders they're learning to spell, and so I'm having to make them write the words as we say them and tap them out. So it's a little dry, but I think I could have made something more fun or interactive.
Interactive, I like
Yeah.
that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so the next question is, so I know you said you want to make it more interactive or more engaging. What would you have to do, or what would your students be doing differently in order to make it look like a 10 lesson?
Well, at the time they were writing on dry erase boards, and they also had to write in their notebooks. And I feel like maybe I could incorporate maybe some iPads, or have more of them be on the Promethean board. I've had like 1 at a time up on the Promethean board.
Okay, so like more technology, more engagement, like you had said.
Yeah, that's what they like. So.
They do. Yeah. All right, so tell me more about what that would look like. So we're thinking more engagement, more technology, more kind of interaction. What do you think that could look like?
And that's what I kind of struggle with. And then I end up just doing what the phonics program has written out for me, because I'm not quite sure. I mean, I think maybe if I could get some games.
Okay, so games.
Yeah, they love games.
They do.
Something where they get prizes.
Okay, so prizes, or even praise. We don't even have to make it prizes, or just another way to kind of get them, because they were feeding so much off of that positive reinforcement. So if we can like get it quicker. More, yes,
I think quicker. It seems so like
drawn. Yeah. Phonics is a tough one.
Yeah.
We'll get it. Okay. How could we measure that change, you think?
How could we measure the change? How happy they are?
Perfect. I'm also thinking too, we could do kind of like a student engagement, kind of like, not a survey, but like get some more data on like the engagement of the students, so we could go back and even look at that lesson, or do another lesson and just watch the students and keep more of like the data on how engaged they are throughout the lesson. And then we can track that as we implement some new ideas and see if their engagement increases.
Like a before and after.
Yes, like a pre and a post test.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because it's kind of hard sometimes when you're in it to know.
which is what's hard too, because I know watching yourself on video is hard. And I know, because before I even videoed you, I videotaped myself just to try and put myself in your shoes, and then watching it back, and it was so hard. So I totally understand that part too.
Yeah.
So do you want that to be your goal, kind of student engagement in your lessons? Okay.
Yes.
So we'll do student engagement as our goal.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then, so if we're using that as your goal, would that really matter to you? Like, would that make a difference to you, like, personally?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, because we want to make sure that whatever goal we pick, like, you really are kind of not passionate about, but something that will make it easier for you, because if you really end up caring about it, then we'll kind of be able to hit it head on. I don't want to waste our time, not that we're wasting our time, but
Right.
I want it to be something that you really want to focus on.
Yes. I would be thrilled if they could love, and get better at phonics. And,
Perfect.
And have it not be so boring.
Yay. Okay, so thinking about some teaching strategies to kind of get to that goal, what are some ideas that you have about how we can kind of switch up phonics, or how can we make it into more of a game type atmosphere?
So I'm not exact. I would need to like think about it. There's trick words, there's words of the day, there's marking. So there's different, there's touching and writing and hearing and speaking. So I would love some kind of game, but I don't want it to be like a fast, because I'm afraid that they're just going to chicken scratch.
Right, so something not necessarily on speed, but more of accuracy. Right?
Yes.
So I'm thinking too, maybe just a suggestion, we could do like cooperative learning or grouping, and that way we can kind of put them in groups by like ability, or have some of those peer models. Yes.
Yes.
So I'll write that down, and we'll kind of
seeing that.
We'll get some of that too.
Okay.
Awesome. So we'll kind of stick with cooperative learning, grouping, to focus back on that student engagement.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I mean, I think they would enjoy that more.
Yeah, I would enjoy it for my kids. So I think
Yeah.
even just the two of us talking, that might be even good for me to. To use cooperative grouping and learning for student engagement, what do you think some of our next steps should be? Like the two of us, I don't want you to think that it's just you doing this process, so we can kind of work together. So what do you think our next steps should be in working towards moving for higher student engagement through cooperative learning and grouping?
Okay, so then next we have to come up with, design a new lesson plan. Basically, design we started a new unit, so come up with some kind of, we would have to group them.
Perfect. I was going to say, I think that would be a good kind of starting point, and thinking just kind of how we want to group them, because we don't want to put them all, like all of our lower learning students in the same group. We want to have those peer models. So and then we hit that differentiation piece too.
Right.
So we can think about that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Mixed ability. I love that.
Mixed ability.
Mixed ability groups. So we'll be able to kind of think about that. So that could be something we think about over the next few days, and especially since we just started that new unit, you can kind of gauge and see who's doing well, who needs a little bit of more help, and then that way we can group them per unit, not just overall, and kind of see which skills work best. Okay. What do you think?
I think it's awesome.
Awesome. So we'll kind of use that to move forward and see what kind of groups we'll do, and then we can go ahead and also, I did want to offer, I can do a modeled lesson. So if you would like me to kind of come in, with your kids. Awesome, because I know for me it's easier to sometimes see it in action rather than just talk about it. So if that's something you would like, I can come in and model a lesson and use that strategy to try and boost the student engagement, so you can kind of see it. They love you. Awesome. Well, I think that's a really great plan, and we've kind of got a clear picture of reality with watching that video. We know what our student focus is and our teaching strategy. I think we're good to go.
I do too. I'm excited.
Yay. I'm excited too. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Yay.